everybody. How are you? And happy Thanksgiving to you. So, I am sitting down to react to Neo Tarot's newest reading on Foodie Beauty. This was kind of a combination reading because Neo read on Foodie Beauty for the first half, and the second half of the reading was on French Fry Girl and the situation between Frenchie and her brother. I watched the reading, it was an excellent reading, but I am making an executive decision after seeing the reading. Considering the things that are going on in the community, meaning girl world and the reaction community, uh, I am making a decision that it might be wise to only react to half of Neo's reading. And not because she isn't a talented reader, she is. Neo Tarot is very talented. You guys know that I love Neo Tarot. I love the readings that she does. But Neo, when she does her tarot reading, she's doing it strictly as a tarot reader. And I would like to take a moment to say something about that. When you go to someone and they are a proper tarot reader, when you read the tarot, it's not about your personal feelings as a reader. You are simply relaying the messages that are coming through on the cards, what the cards are saying. You're not trying to steer the reading in any sort of way. And that's what Neo does. The thing is, for me, not only do I read the tarot, but I'm also a reactor, the same as French Fry Girl. She's also a reactor. So the reason why I am not reacting to the second half of the reading is because I feel that if I say something maybe not meaning to be unkind, it would be taken unkindly and it would lead to problems. So I think it'd be best just to stick to the Foodie Beauty portion. But for anybody who wants to see the full reading, I recommend going to Neo Tarot's channel, checking out the entire reading. I'll leave the link down below. But Spirit is just telling me, yeah, just stick with Chantal. That'd be the best thing for you to do as not only a tarot reader, but also as a reactor in Girl World. So that's what we're going to do. So just wanted to explain that to y'all before we get started. The portion that you're going to see is only half of the tarot reading that Neo did, but no disrespect to you at all, Neo. It's just that there's a lot of very sensitive things going on in the community, and it's very touch and go right now. So how about we just get into it? Because I really want to go over the portions that have to do with Foodie Beauty. I did a reading yesterday, and by the way, Neo, thank you so much for dropping by. It is always a pleasure to have you there. Always a pleasant surprise to see you and to hear from you. And I hope that you're doing well, and I'm glad that you took some time and relaxed and rested. And I kind of did the same, Neo. I think we all kind of needed it. This would be the perfect time of year to do it. So how about we just get into it, y'all? I think that would be good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tarot react, and let's get started.
I'm going to recharge. I'm going to take some time off. I don't know what happened, but y'all would not let me rest in that. You were like, whenever you're ready, which I appreciate, get in here. So I'm here. Let's do it. All right. So this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're always here, welcome back, friend. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. So this is what I've gathered from your emails and your DMs and your personal messages and the comments that you've left under other videos. Okay, something's going on with Foodie, and we've talked about her issues, but then you also want me to talk about French Fry Girl, hey French Fry Girl, and Foodie and whatever that is about. And then you also added another layer to it. Someone, I can't recall if this was an email or comment, that the brother said something about French Fry Girl feeling very exposed about the cat, which is what you guys keep talking to me about again. And I was so confused because I was like, y'all said she got another cat, she got a new cat, the cat in Syria, Kuwait. I don't know. This cat. Okay. So that's a lot. That's a lot of energy to try to like compartmentalize. I'm going to do my best. Okay. I'm going to do my best. So let's just start here. Hey Foodie, because I feel like this is Chantal, thank you, Spirit. I feel like this is a reading that you're look at the damn cat, y'all. This is a reading that you're
Right away, that cat card, it just came flying right out.
you're going to watch. I feel that. I feel also that when I pick up this deck too, I also feel like French Fry Girl is extremely emotional. But there is an energy of just sadness. There's an energy of emotion. There's an energy of being overwhelmed by one's emotions. And so I'm going to tap in on that in just a second. But in regards to Chantal, Foodie Beauty, there's this energy of being pounced upon. And then we have this energy of this cat. And this is layered because I haven't picked up on this energy before, in conjunction with you. However, this is the energy that the cat feels very pounced on by you, but you feel very, it feels like you feel like you're being pounced on as well. And it feels like this is inspired action. Now is the time, readiness, follow through. And it's always this very nagging energy. It's this jumping on someone's back kind of energy. And it feels unwarranted, but then it also feels like, why are you even there? What I want to say to you is this: if you open the door, they're going to leave. The cats are going to leave. The cats do not feel at peace and at home with you. If you give them an opportunity to leave, any crack of a window, or they're going to want to, and Spirit says, escape. They want.
And I want to say something about that because I have owned many cats in my life. And let's keep in mind that the kitten is very, very young. Foodie is getting this kitten when it's very, very young. If you raise an animal in the house, usually in most cases, they don't want to get out because they feel very comfortable in the space in which they dwell. And there's some cats that want to go outside and they get very spry and they want to get outside the door. But in a lot of cases, they don't want to go out because, once you open that door, it's a whole new world and there's noises, there's people, there's things that it would just make them scared. I know my cat Booger, I've had her for 12 years and I got her when she was a baby. She wants nothing to do with the outside. If I try to even just open the door to let some air in, she's underneath the covers because the outside is unfamiliar. So if this kitten wants to run outside, ask yourselves why. What is so terrible about that apartment that the kitten, even though it's very young and it feels very vulnerable, that it wants to go outside? Like, what is happening in that house?
Out of your energy and out of your environment.
And another thing, I'm sorry to cut you off, Neo. Usually when an animal bonds with a person and they will bond with the owner in a lot of cases, like it's true that animals choose their person. You don't choose them. They choose you, or if they don't choose you, there's nothing you can do about it. But that kitten should feel safe with Foodie. It should be going to her for safety and security. I mean, Queen Booger does it to me all the time. Like, I am mother and I am her security. So if you were a very young animal, you're vulnerable, and you got this person who's supposed to be your owner, wouldn't the animal be running to her for safety and security since it's kind of looking for a mother? Obviously, the kitten looks at Foodie and says, you don't feel like mom to me. I need to get away from you.
That's no tea, no shade. That is the energy. Okay. Chantal. And so Spirit is acknowledging, release them. Release them. And there's also this energy of something pouncing on you. And I picked up on a really odd energy that uses you as a host. That's your business.
So let's go back to that first part because I kind of missed it. It was very, very quick. I was running my mouth. I'm sorry, Neo.
Release them. Release them.
Yeah, release the cat. Meaning, don't let it outside. Chantal, if you want to get intoxicated all day long and do those high dose edibles and you just want to stare at a wall all day, then really you shouldn't have the kitten. Be kind. Find someone that will take care of it and let them take care of it. Let the kitten go. It's time. You're getting more and more into that space where you can't take care of yourself. Therefore, you cannot take care of another living thing. And as far as this thing that you're picking up, Neo, you've picked it up many times. She does have an attachment of some sort. And I think it's becoming more dark.
And there's also this energy of something pouncing on you. And I've picked up on a really odd energy that uses you as a host. That's your business. But it's also like you want to be released from that. But the thing about it is this: you play them games, you win in prizes. That's what you ask for. You get what you ask for. Okay. You got to pay the price now. Spirit is acknowledging when it comes to both you and the cat. Spirit is acknowledging this is boredom. This is a one horse town. Overcome your obstacles so that you can return to peace, resilience, strength, and recuperation. There's this energy of recuperation for you, but there's also this energy of revitalization for the cats. The cats want out. I'm just be quite honest. And it feels like you think the grass is greener here and that you could provide for these cats and or cat. And the idea is that, no, it's people pleasing. It's narcissism. It is a way to make ends meet. Spirit is acknowledging, but there's people pleasing, pride, ego, energy here. Very prideful. You're a very prideful person. Okay. And Spirit says you're sweating like a sinner in church, filled with guilt, remorse, nerves, worry, confession, coming clean, apology, and integrity is needed. It's multifaceted. It's juggling. It's jumbling. You're hiding behind your higher intuitive self because higher intuitively, you know your choices have not been right. Spirit says your choices are not even subpar. Okay. And Spirit is acknowledging that all this has to do with the swirl of communication around sexual energy, creative energy, and emotional energy. And you feed off of this, right? And Spirit says, sweet as a Georgia peach. I don't know who Georgia is and what Georgia represents. And, we can talk about the city. We can talk about the country, talk about the state. I'm just trying to hear what Spirit is saying. So, kindness, tender care, charming, beauty, flirtation, and delicious experience. This feels like a feminine energy is here as well. And you've done something. So I've picked up on brouhaha, and Spirit is acknowledging, yeah, you've done something here which has you sweating like a sinner in church. And because of it, now everything has come. It's all this emotion, anxiety, sadness, fear, depression. And this is on recycle. This is on repeat. Okay. It's a repeat of anxiety, sadness, fear, depression, anxiety, sadness, fear, depression, anxiety. Like that's what you're on. You're on a very nasty cycle. You're in a cycle that is very nasty.
And I agree. You know what, Neo? If there were 2 words to describe what's going on with Chantal right now, addiction and obsession. Those are the 2 things that are ruling her world. Addiction and obsession. Like her addictions are completely out of control. They're getting worse. And then there's the separate obsession with Salah. She won't let him go. She will not let him go. Every single time that I do a reading on her, the cards are screaming the same messages over and over. She wants to go back to the Middle East. She wants to go back. That's all she thinks about is going back. She's not really putting down roots in Canada as she should, starting over. She wants to go back because she said something interesting for a long time. The same statement. She has said, I just want peace. Now, on first glance, at first listen, I just want peace. Anybody would think, well, what could be more peaceful than sitting in a house by yourself and there's nobody bothering you? I mean, what could be more peaceful than that? People might shake their head and say, like, why do you say you want peace when you already have it? But then if you go deeper, peace for Chantal means something different. What she means is, when she says, I want peace, is she wants to be with Salah because Salah was her peace. When she says, I want peace, what she means is, I want Salah. I want him. I want to be back with him. I want to be back in the Middle East where I can live in a house where I'm not paying rent and I'm not paying bills and I have someone to look after me who will handle responsibilities, go get my food. That's what she means by peace. She wants that environment where she's completely taken care of. And she does not want to acknowledge that it's time to be back in Canada and take care of herself. She doesn't want that life. She doesn't want the responsibility. She wants nothing more to do with adulthood. She wants to go back to the time when somebody else took care of her and was her caretaker. And the person that she wants to be her caretaker he wants his life back, and he does have his life back. He's happier now. Like, his energy is happy. And she doesn't want that. She wants him to forever be chained to her.
And what it needs is the truth, but I don't think that you have the ability to be truthful, because in being truthful, all of the cards, that the house of cards crash. That's what Spirit is showing me. It all comes down. That's your business. You can live a life you want to. It has nothing to do with me, right? But Spirit says there's a temporary intensity requesting and requiring for you to surrender so that this can pass, so that you can have the release and the cleansing that is needed and or necessary for the balance and the betterment of the universe. Aha. Okay, so Foodie Beauty. Okay. Okay. There's this information that is out, or if it's not out, it's going to get out. You have you have some stuff that is outdated, quote unquote. It's expired. This is information that is old, but it's coming up and it's going to be an issue for you. Subconsciously, this is going to create energy that you would call a hater. Like, that's old. You're a hater. And in the middle of the deck, it's acknowledging that you don't really hate anything about said person, but that, thank you, Spirit, but that the information is even coming forward. You're calling them a hater. Like, you're a hater. I don't hate you, but why would you bring this information up as an energy? And so you are trying to brainstorm and figure shit out and figure this out. But your issue is you're mentally, okay, energetically, allegedly, there are some cognitive issues with you as well. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. There's an illness here. And this is also acknowledging that you deal with betrayal, deceit. And this is layered. You versus you and you versus someone else. But
I love that you said that. You versus you, and then you versus everybody else. And that's perfect for Foodie. Before she's against other people, she's against herself. Then again, she's always been against herself. She's always been fighting herself. And it's interesting because her aunt, not too long ago, even said, her own family said that she thought that Chantal, Foodie Beauty, should go for a psychiatric evaluation. That was her own aunt saying that about her. Like, I don't know what mental issues Foodie might have, Chantal might have, but I feel that whatever's going on, it's getting progressively worse, and they're probably going to get worse without proper treatment or her talking to somebody. So there's all kinds of sickness going on. There is physical sickness of the body. There is sickness of the mind. There is sickness of the spirit. Like, that, she's very unwell, but she knows that. She knows how unwell she is, and yet she is saying, I don't want treatment. She doesn't want to acknowledge how sick she is. Because if she acknowledged it, she would be completely be aware of it. And then she would have to take steps to change it. And I don't think she's ready to change yet.
there's deceit, feeling backstab, a traitor, not to be trusted. You have a lot of fake friends, and you're an actress putting on a great show, but you're standing your ground. You're up for battle. It feels like you're up for battle. Why? Because of this private relationship. And we've talked about this relationship extensively, right? That Salah has someone else. And that's the truth. Energetically, allegedly. I don't know him. He doesn't know me. I don't know your situation, but it's been coming out consistently. There is something here. There is a private relationship and you feel attacked and you feel like you have to fight for what you believe in. But the thing about it is you're fighting alone. There's no one fighting to be with you.
And that is part of the problem, Neo. See, Chantal, I don't know if I would call her a narc or if she has strong narcissistic tendencies or traits. Like, I'm not a psychiatrist. I am not here to diagnose Chantal. But let's just say she just has narcissistic traits or tendencies. People who are narc-like, the way they want it to go is you don't break up with them, they break up with you. And they will only break up with you and let you go if there's somebody else that they've got lined up to be with. By doing things in this way, it saves their ego from being bruised because, I mean, Chantal has said herself, for her, there's no greater purgatory than being single. She looks at being alone as the absolute worst and lowly in some way. Like, if you're a single person, that you have lesser value and worth than somebody who's in a relationship. She said that many times. So considering that, she's always got to be with somebody, because in her mind, if she's with somebody, she has worth, she has value. But alone, she has no value. So to make sure she has value, she attaches herself to someone, literally attaches. She becomes like a parasite looking for a host, sucking off their life force. So she's not going to let Salah go completely, because she is alone and there is no one waiting to be with her. In the past, she had the money, and money gave her power to throw out the money and somebody would come along and be with her, at least for a very short period of time. But there's no one that wants to be with her right now. Her money is dwindling. So not much money, not much power. No one's going to be tempted to be with her. And so what is she doing? She's fixating on the man that she was just around. And even though he's moved on to a new relationship, clearly she is still staying fixated on him because there's nobody else there to take his place.
That's the energy. And Spirit says, you already know the tea. That's the tea. That is the tea. Okay. All right. Now this new cat that you got, how does this new cat feel about Foodie Beauty? This new cat feels manipulated by you. Manipulated, lied, controlled, pulling the strings. I'm just being quite honest, energetically, allegedly, you are mean to these cats. You're mean.
That makes me sad to hear that. How mean are you being, Foodie, that Spirit is picking up on that? What are you doing to this poor kitten? And why are you being mean to the kitten in the first place? What did that kitten do to you? It's a baby. You spent all that money on this absolutely gorgeous kitten to be mean to it. Why are you being mean to it? Because you're angry at Salah and you're taking out your anger on this poor animal? You can't say what you want to say to him. You can't take out your anger on him. So here's this poor animal that can't fight back. That's bully behavior. And I got a message for Chantal. Everything that every person does in this life gets reflected into the next life. Some people live many times. I feel they have many lifetimes. And what you do in this lifetime will carry over into the next lifetime. Whether it's good, bad, ugly, neutral, the energy that you create carries over into another lifetime. And you're racking up one hell of a debt. All the people that you've hurt, all the animals that you've hurt, all the hurt that you've caused, period. And by the way, Chantal, if you're going through hurt right now, it may not be because people are hurting you or trying to hurt you. It could be because the hurt that you caused others and now it's coming back to you. What you do comes back 3 times. And think about all the hurt that you caused over the years, all the pain that you caused over the years. At some point, you got to pay the bill. You could pay it in this lifetime or the next lifetime or 5 lifetimes later. But at some point, you got to pay the bill. And you've racked up a very, very large bill. So if you're being cruel to that animal, if you are being neglectful to that animal, the bill is just going to get that much bigger. There's no reason to be mean to an animal. Mean. It didn't do anything.
That's what energy says. You're mean. Okay? That you're getting caught up. finding evidence of cheating and getting caught cheating, even when it comes to the cats. You're just a slippery slope. And Spirit says that there's a recording, there's an announcement, there's an expression, there's a revealing of something. And this is going to be a total nightmare when it comes to the cat.
Oh, a recording, eh? Interesting.
Yeah, it's just nasty. It's icky, and I don't like the feeling. I'm being quite honest. I'm just being completely honest. Okay. Okay, and then the energy that Julia has for Foodie Beauty, Chantel. You're just mean. And it see, everything about these cats is acknowledging that it's on a record, it's on a video. Does Salah have this video? Is that what you're trying to tell me? There's some kind of information when it comes to these cats and what you do, how you talk. It feels like, if I can be quite honest, what I'm envisioning is that you might even like come close to them and do things like rah, like just scream and be very filled with anger. And it's very frightening. Like, I feel like the cat looking like, the fuck is wrong with you? Not my business, okay? Yeah, see, the cat is acknowledging when it comes to you, you're under a spiritual attack and it's fighting off negative energies, trying to clear their energy. You need to clear your energy. And there's also this energy of needing protection. Yeah, I don't know what you do, how you do, when you do, what you do, but it's interesting. Y'all see what that card says? And the cats be seeing stuff like, what the hell is going on over there? Okay. Foodie Beauty. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Okay, we do get the Uranian in reverse when it comes to you. Weakness, no life, stubbornness, folding under pressure, self-pity, not fitting in, closed off, confusion, accepting what you really don't want in the closet. You're very secretive. And then how did the cat see her? Look at that. Didn't even get a proper shuffle, but that's okay. Thank you, Spirit. 18 is in reverse. The cat see you as self-esteem issues, pride, self-inflicted pain, conceited, narcissistic. I'm just reading it from the book, you guys. Self-centered, egotistical, cocky, focused on the past, copycat. How many times has that card came out that you're a copycat? Ugh. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Anything else in regards to how the cats see Foodie? Girl, you got too much going on. The cats are saying that you are the vision in reverse. Hey. Unclear thoughts, illusion, lack mindset, underachiever, sight issues, spy, hallucination, struggle, boredom, repetition, wanderer, unobtainable goals. That's a lot. And that's the energy of the cats in regards to her.
Sounds like the cat is picking up some unstable energy. And I've said that. Chantal, she's very, very unstable right now. Very unstable. And it's only getting worse. There's nothing grounding her. There's no one around. She's constantly staying high. She's not trying to make a new life for herself in Canada. Like, the energy that I've been getting from her lately is she's waiting. Literally waiting. She's not trying to set down roots in Canada again. She's waiting to go back to Syria. And she lives in this world of, I just got to prepare to go at any time. I don't think she's buying furniture for the apartment. I don't think she's taking care of the cat properly. She's not even giving the name to the cat. It's all about creating an environment of, at any time I can get up and go. Not forming attachments to anything in Canada, because she's waiting for that phone call. She's waiting for that text from Salah that she can go back. And I've said this in my readings to Chantal, and so have you, Neo, and so have other people. He doesn't want her back. He's not going to allow her back. And why is this? Because he's enjoying his life over there, but also the biggest factor is his family. And the dad energy is all over the place. Dad is strong. Dad is standing strong. It's not going to happen, Foodie. It will not. Salah is very much connected to the family unit. He values his family. And it's just, that's an impenetrable wall that you're not going to get past, no matter what you do. Even if you throw the brouhaha at the family, it's still not going to happen. I know you're trying everything to make it happen, but it's not going to happen. And even if you decide on your own to fly back to the Middle East and stay at a hotel and send a text message saying, I'm here, trying to elicit a response from him, he's not going to take you back. So just, you keep poking, you keep poking, you keep poking. And if you escalate things too much, it's going to lead to problems for you, big problems.
You are unhinged.
Yeah, she is. She is.
Foodie Beauty, in regards to how the cats, her energy, how the cats see her.
I honestly think, Neo, that where she's staying at now, she wants to be gone soon. She wants to be back in the Middle East before the 1st of December. Like, she's been waiting and waiting on that phone call, that text, so she can get a plane ticket or two and fly her butt back over there. She does not want to be in that apartment any longer.
Thank you. They see you as an ice king, masculine energy, cold-hearted, cold as ice, and that you need to have balance, that you need to get into alignment, that you need to tap into your divine feminine energy, but you can't because of that third party, feeling like a third party. You can't because of death magic. You can't because of the obsession. You're
there's that obsession card.
Obsessed. You're obsessed. You can't because the community is watching you. You can't because you can't tap into that high priestess energy. You can't because you're enamored by someone and they are protected. Don't listen. You're enamored by him, but he is protected. And when I said that, guess what came in here? The mommy energy. She always comes in and she always is like, here I am. Yeah. Okay. The cats. What's the shadow work that she needs to do? She being Foodie Beauty, Chantel. They said that she needs to do shadow work about that breakup. That she's replaying the breakup. So you're watching the videos and you're like, I remember when we went there.
How appropriate, that card. Because Chantal, she lives backwards. She lives in the past. And it's like a loop. She's got her life on a loop of the past. She doesn't want to acknowledge or live in the present. And we've seen evidence of her living in a loop. You know, one minute she's taking off the hijab and the abaya. The next minute she's putting it back on. And I feel she's doing that for Salah in an attempt to get her way back to the Middle East. You know, she doesn't know who she is right now. She doesn't know what she wants. She knows she wants to be back in the Middle East. But, you know, if she could put Canada and the Middle East together into one area and live there, she would be happy. If she could have Salah in Canada and be taken care of in Canada, she would not want to leave Canada. But it's like, she's in Canada. She's got to take care of herself. He has his life in the Middle East with perhaps a new lady in his life and the family. And he's happy with that. But she's not caring about his happiness. She cares about her happiness. She doesn't want to acknowledge that they are very different people and they want very different things. She knows that they're different. But she wants what she wants, even though it's obtainable. She wants it. So she has been just keeping her life on a loop and keeping herself in a cloud with the edibles.
I remember when we did that. Like, the cats is like, babe, you need to do some spiritual shadow work on the mental loops that you're having, the guilt and the overanalysis. You're playing your relationship over and over again. They're also acknowledging that you need to do some shadow work on mind fog and awareness collapse, that you vanished while meditating. It's like the deep fake, okay? And that you need to do some shadow work on being overwhelmed, shutting down, apathy, that you can't even, do you have no motivation? You're just a ship without a sail.
You know, I think there's a word missing that describes everything. Delusion. I think Foodie might be getting more into her delusions. Delusions might be getting stronger. And I think that she's trying to use the delusions perhaps to manifest what she wants. Like she's always trying to manifest things into reality. So maybe using delusions as a means to manifest things into reality, even though it's not something that's obtainable to her, but she feels if I think about it long enough, if I focus on it strong enough, it will just happen. Not in this case. Nope.
Whatever. Okay. And then what are these cats? How do these cats feel about the relationship that she had with Salah? Spirit says that you were selfish, or cat's energy. I was selfish and you were not my priority. They said you were very selfish in regards to that relationship that you guys had. They also said you left me broke. Interesting. That's how you feel. This is what the cat said. You feel broke in regards to the Salah. Broke mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, or financially.
That card right there is perfect, Neo, because I feel Chantal has been sending a lot of messages like that to Salah over and over again. Please answer me. I have to talk to you. I feel that when she's not on camera, when she's not doing a live, if she's not up in a cloud somewhere comfortably numb, she is constantly texting Salah. Please answer me. I have to talk to you. I also feel, and I've again done readings about this, she keeps tossing dirty offers at him, offering him money. I'll give you the X amount of money if you just let me come back. And it's happened more than once. I hear 3 times where the amount has gone up 3 times. Like she's offering almost all of her paycheck, just keeping back just enough to get some plane tickets or something and go back over there. And he is not answering her. And if you want to know why, Chantal, it's because he's got his life there. He's got his family. And I think the family has told him, look, if you let her back here, we are not talking to you ever again. We're going to excommunicate you. So he cares about his family. He's not going to accept your offer because he's valuing family over money. The money ain't worth it. You could offer him $10 million. He loves his family. He's not going to let go of the family because of you. You may place your value on edibles and food and money. His priorities are different. He values family and the love of family and connection of family. So he's going with something of the highest value to him. So all the begging and the pleading and the dirty offers are not going to work.
Please answer me. I have to talk to you. The cat said that you on that phone, like, answer the phone. Child, it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, I'm feeling like she is sending him some frantic messages. Answer me, answer me, answer me. Talk to me. Why aren't you talking to me? She's not gone off the handle yet. And I feel a good reason for that is because she's hoping she can go back to the Middle East. But once she figures out, no, that's not going to work. It's not going to happen no matter what I do, no matter what I say. Then she's going to up the ante by getting angry and trying to provoke a response out of him by getting angry on camera, like being a provocateur, a negative provocateur. I'm telling you though, Chantal, considering the reading that I did last night, you may get what you want, but you may not get it from the person you want it from. You may get it from somebody else, and you're not going to like hearing from that person.
You got it. Okay. The cats and Chantal. All right. The cats are acknowledging 2 bodies, 1 soul, pure love. So there's this binding and being bound together. They're acknowledging that. And Spirit says that the cats are acknowledging you can't hide what you already know. All seeing eye, the cats see it, the cats know it. And that there's an energy of soul activation, the yin and the yang. because there's been games being played, mind games, lies, attempts to disempower, manipulate, intimidate, knowing how to outwit, influence, control, and narcissistic personality. But there's some soul activation because of the games that you play.
Sounds like Foodie's been playing games with Salah, and he's having his little wake up moment, which I feel that that's happened on his end as well. Now that she is out of his sphere, he's getting better. He's starting to heal. He is discovering who he really is, and he's growing up a little bit.
You know, cats are very spiritual. Cats are very wise.
Yeah.
Cats are very intuitive. Cats are highly intuitive. That's what Spirit is telling me to say. Anything else in regards to the cats and Foodie Beauty?
And one more thing I'd like to say into what you just said, Neo. Yes, you're right. Cats are very spiritual. Cats are very intuitive. I'm sure that dogs are the same way. Dogs are very in tune with their owners. Animals in general, they can feel our energy no matter what the energy is, and they respond to it. You know, like it's just a thing. And Chantal, don't think for a minute, you with all your bad energy, the cat can't feel it. The cat can't pick up on it, because even that kitten being a baby can pick up on it. So if you're wondering, why is the cat staying away from me? Why won't it come near me? That might be a reason why. You got some bad energy all over you, and the cat wants nothing to do with it.
Their energy towards her, about her, what do they want to share? That she has influence on social media. She's popular, an influencer, tech savvy. But that around the month of December, and I feel like I said December before, that she is going to be emotionally unavailable, flaky, and non-committal. Something is getting ready to happen in December that's just going to make her crash the fuck out. And it has to do with this marriage. Ooh. It has to do with a union. It has to do with family. It has to do with beliefs. Okay. And she's been very secretive and silenced and burdened and quiet about this marriage. Salah, is that your new wife? She's been pretending, fake, and fearful and unapproachable. She's acknowledging that this is a short-term relationship. It was a fast breakup and grievance, and he's moved on. There's also an energy of feeling hurt, betrayed, emotional, sensitive, honoring her feelings with sadness, but there's revenge, and she wants revenge on this relationship. And then we have these hands being bound again. She's also acknowledging, or the cat, he's saying she. Is the cat a girl? Maybe that's why I keep saying she. Anyway, acknowledging that the cats are saying that she wants revenge. She wants revenge in having sudden success and newness, a revenge body, luxury, and reaching her goals. She wants revenge on that relationship that Salah now has.
Can I say something about that, Neo, to Foodie? Because I know she's going to watch this tarot react as well. She got mad at me, by the way, yesterday, because I was doing a tarot reading while she was live, and one of her viewers snitched on me, and she got mad. But aside from that, that was just a sidebar. Let's get back to the main bar. Chantal, listen to me. Even if this thing with Salah is a short-term relationship, the main point is he doesn't want you. He never wanted you. I'm sure that in the 3 years that you guys were together, you were willing, you were ready, you're available and down for anything, but he wasn't coming to you because he wasn't into you. He was obviously into other people. He went to other people for his wants and needs, but he never came to you because he just wasn't into you. So whether it's a long-term relationship or a short-term relationship, he's choosing to be with someone else. He will never be the choice. He will never choose you. He'll always go to other people. And that's how it goes in life. You know, and if it makes you feel any better, there have been people that I thought were attractive and I was into and weren't into me. And that's just how it was. Not every person is going to be into you, and you're not going to be into every person. But if somebody's not into you, then that's an indicator from spirit that they are not meant for you. They're meant maybe to be alone or with somebody else. And it happens to everyone, not just you. So Salah is another soul, and he is living his life the way he wants to. And you cannot be a forcer, forcing your way into his life, putting pressure on him, poking at him, forcing him to be with you. Even if he lets you back, you're not going to be happy. And he's not going to be happy. And the two of you are going to be fighting again, viciously. Viciously. You may fool yourself for a little while saying, I'm happy and I got what I wanted. But the thing with you is that you want something, but once you get it, after the new feeling wears off of I got what I want, then you're right back to being unhappy. Truly. Then you start complaining and yelling and screaming, and it's not long-term happiness. It's very, very short-term. So why even go through all the trouble of trying to force your way into somebody's life? Because all you're going to do is breed a lot of silent hate and resentment and anger in that person. But the one thing you will not find in their soul for you is love. Love cannot exist in an environment like that. It is not born in an environment like that. You're holding on to someone that doesn't want you to hold on. They want you to let go. They want you to find your own life in Canada again, because clearly they have their life in Syria, which has nothing to do with you. And another thing, if he truly loved you, he would have called you a while ago and said, come on back over. No conditions. He would say, I care about you so much. Come on back over. But he's trying to push you off slowly, kindly, gently, saying, oh, in a few more months. He's not stupid. He knows your temper. And by trying to push you off slowly, even though it's not right for him to give you hope where there is no hope, that's not very nice. He's trying to do his best to keep you from going all the way off and releasing your temper, trying to push that off as long as possible. But he's trying to tell you without telling you directly, I don't want you. I don't love you. I don't want to be with you. He's hoping that you'll find somebody else and focus on them and leave him be. That is the message I feel that you are missing in this whole thing.
There's this energy of being bound, a fantasy, like you can't have him because he's mine. She's meant, okay, energetically, mental. All right. And that he's immature, he plays games. But this is all the energy that the cats are picking up on her and her relationship with.
Yeah, her and Salah were both immature and playing games. Both of them. But I think Salah has grown up a little bit. I think it might have taught him a lesson not to be kind of a romance scammer and a silver-tongued devil and say things he doesn't mean, because, you know, this was his life lesson. If you're over there trying to, you know, live off another person, you just might get more than what you bargained for.
Him, her relationship with herself. Okay, let's keep going.
Thank you for saying that, Neo. And Chantal, if you don't have a good relationship with yourself first, how can you possibly have a good relationship with another person? If you are on bad terms with your own spirit, with your own soul, with your own emotions, your own mind, if everything's a mess, if everything is complicated inside of you, imagine how complicated it's going to be for another soul who's standing next to you, who's not inside of you, that can track everything, understand everything. You can't have a good relationship with another person if you don't have a good relationship with you first, but you don't want to work on you. So anything you try to do with another person is doomed to fail.
Okay. So Foodie Beauty and these cats. There is, let me turn this light on. I can barely see now. A lack of balance, a lack of organization, poor financial decisions, biting off more than you can chew, poor concentration, Two of Pentacles in reverse, with the King of Swords in reverse, selfishness, ruthlessness, deviousness, premeditated malice, someone who is overly cautious when it comes to these cats. And there's teamwork. There's some energy of getting money, collaboration, achievements, recognition, and reward when it comes to the cats. Money. Okay, so let's shift gears and let's talk about, okay, so French fry girl.
Okay, and this is where I'm gonna stop. I told y'all I'm only reacting to Foodie's portion. And again, it's not because Neo is not a talented reader. She's very talented. It's just that I only want to react to her reading of Foodie. But if you guys want to see the full reading, please check out the entire reading on her channel as it is. I'll leave the link down below in the description. Y'all can see the whole thing if you'd like. And that's it for this Tarot React. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you guys for coming in and watching. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And please take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.